What's up, guys and gals? Welcome back to the Nerd Castle for the next episode of Stardew Valley. My name is Splattercat. Stoked to have you here today as we hang out for a little while, and actually we're going to plant some more crops today. That's what I'm in the market for. So if we could plant more crops, I think that would be super acceptable. I don't know how much money we made off of some... Oh, there's sunflower seeds too. And we can do that in fall. Maybe we could make some sunflower oil or something. There's a bunch of cool stuff in here that we could technically grow. 10 days to put us at 21, so the grape starter I don't think would really be that worth it for us. Instead, yeah, let's go... Let's sunflower up for... Oh, shit, I overspent. Let's say, let's sunflower up for a minute. Wow, that sells for a lot of money. I didn't realize how much that sold for. If you stay on top of that, you can make a bunch of money selling mayonnaise. Well, since I already messed up, I gotta get us back up above 10,000. So that I can go buy the next house upgrade. So now that we're in town, we've been saving up money, we've been fishing a lot. We finished up 2 bundles in the previous episode, which was pretty awesome because I didn't expect to finish those up right now. And so if you take a look at our fish tank, we completed those 2. We got the, I think, the night fishing and the exotic fishing done. Specialty fishing, I have the ghost fish. I think most of these are going to come from the caves that are down below, and so that might entail us just teleporting in between the caves that have the fish that we want until we fish them out, and then just coming back once we've retrieved every version of fish. But much beyond that point, we're doing pretty well right now as far as the game is concerned. We're moving along, we're making progress, our relationships are on the up and up. Which, considering I neglected them pretty seriously in the beginning of the game just by not thinking about it, I definitely think we had some catching up to do. You're always welcome to visit it, even if you aren't in the market for a building upgrade. Well, I would like to upgrade my house. 450 pieces of wood. So let me go ahead and get that done. 450 pieces of wood. I don't know if I have 450. I think I have like 300 and something. So we may have to farm out a couple more trees and trim down the roughage in the middle of our lovely little farming home. But we should be able to get it done by the end of the day. And if we can get her started by tomorrow, that means that by day 14 or 15, we'll have our upgraded house going. And that's actually a pretty good thing for us. That's something you want to look into. I should also more than likely start working on upgrading... A lot of my tools have been neglected, but I think I'm probably just going to leapfrog the copper tier if I have the money to make me able to do so. Sunflower seeds. Let's get you guys planted. Little expensive. Little expensive. And I can't guarantee that this is a smart decision. But I wanted to diversify a little bit, try out some new crops, and do some things that we hadn't done yet. And so, you know, we're breaking out the farming Kama Sutra right now. We're getting creative with it. Sunflower seeds would be fun. I like sunflowers. I was actually thinking about planting... a couple of those, too, for the pine resin and things that I'm going to need in the future. And so I'll probably just line them up over here. Now, on this side, we have a road built. I'm thinking that with the road... the best way to get this completely done is I'm going to make it loop around, I think. And since we're a little bit strapped for, well... let me get a little bit more hay gathered here. We definitely should probably clear out this area and make it more suitable. But as of right now, I don't really have the supplies for more sprinklers or anything like that, so we're going to need a major adventure sesh before I can put that together. It's 1 in the afternoon right now, which leaves us a little bit of time to play around with some of the stuff that needs to get done. These trees are overgrowing the path a little bit, though. That gave me oak resin. Oh, we got 1 oak tree right there. Oh, good. That'll help us finish that other artisan bundle, so that'll be... really, really great for us. We'll get that done tonight, too. And that'll be 3 bundles and 2 episodes, which may be the most that I think I've ever done in a short period of time. I'm also going to begin digging up all of these baby trees over here, all these little saplings. Just taking the seeds out of the ground to make sure that they don't grow, because I want to keep this area clear. Perfect. We'll knock that on out. I'm going to make a stone road, and it's going to loop around. And this might actually all just be road over here. I might just turn this all into, like, concrete area. How am I doing on wood right now? We've got 283, so actually quite a bit lower than I thought it was. We're going to have to do a bunch of lumberjacking today. That's okay. I can work with that. We've got oak resin, a sticky, fragrant substance derived from oak sap. That'll be nice. A couple more seeds planted. Make sure we get rid of the mixed seeds as well. If we need to get those, I mean, if we run out of planting, if we don't have the money, because I'm about to do a big house upgrade, so if we run out of money, we'll probably lean on those pretty heavily for a couple of days until we could forge our way back into money's good graces. Give me that stone right there. Let's go ahead and build ourselves some roads. In addition, I wouldn't be against stone fencing. That sounds alright to me. How much stone do I have? I'm trying to make sure I got enough here. Cool. That'll work for right now. Let's go ahead and expand this place on out. And this should, within reason, go like so. No, we gotta go one further out. We gotta go one further out. I have plans, and they do not include what just happened. Luckily, this is all reclaimable, so it's not even that big of a deal when you misclick, but I do have a plan here, and I do have a thing that I'm working towards, and so I'd like to make it so that I don't have to renovate or do anything else different later on. I prefer that it all be done now. And then we'll probably take this over to here. Oh, yeah, bushes and things in the way. Trying to get these cobbles laid down so that our farm looks a little bit nicer, much better. So that'll be cool right there. And then from here, we'll go up like so. And that'll take us to our lovely little cave. And then we will prepare this for later on once we've unlocked the greenhouse. And so there it is. Our farm gets a little bit nicer and a little bit more awesome. Then I'm going to take walls. We're going to go in like so. I'll probably move that chest while we're on the subject, just so this looks a little bit nicer and a little bit more satisfactory. However, not totally vital right now. I am going to move these scarecrows, so don't worry. It's not going to look like this forever. We are going to move the scarecrows. They are going to go somewhere else. It is going to look cleaner and nicer, I promise. It's just for right now, I'm trying to get rough stonework done, and I just absolutely love stone walls and things like that. I think they look super gorgeous. So there it is. I may open up another gap over there. Let's figure out what we want to do with the scarecrows. And frankly, since there's a gap right here, I can probably just scoot it forward by one. Give them a little escutcheon right there. And then for you, we may have to leave him until the crops die, but we'll fix it in just a minute. We'll set it up so that maybe he's like in a corner or something. We'll have to plan it out and make it look a little bit nicer. Over on this side, I'm not really utilizing this. Nope, that's not what I wanted. I'm not really utilizing this space, so sure, why not throw a couple more in there. Cool. Yep, that'll work for right now. It doesn't look amazing because we are going to be, like, that crop right there is going to die, and then there's just a bunch of stuff that, unfortunately, we're going to shift this all around a little bit to make it look a tad nicer once it all dies off. But for right now, I need to make use of the maximum amount of space so that we don't miss out on any bonuses or anything like that. I'm just trying to make as much money as possible right now. So, until I have time to clean this up, it's going to remain how it is. For the people out there who are like OCD and like to have everything lined up perfectly and all that kind of stuff, it will be. It's just, I'm going to wait for an advantageous time to do it, a pragmatic time to do it, rather than bulldozing in the middle of a harvest season and hoping that it doesn't negatively affect me. And especially since we're about to make like a really, really, really major purchase, it might be a good idea to be a little bit more fiscally conscious. Just be very, very careful, and that's to be conscious on the same level as Wilson Fisk. so that we can be straight baller status. Vincent D'Onofrio was a really, really good choice. I've always felt like D'Onofrio does a better job at bad guys than he does at good guys. I always like D'Onofrio when he's in an evil guy role. And I like Wilson Fisk because he's an evil guy, but at the same time you can't help but kind of like him once you know his backstory and everything like that. You feel bad. Like, it makes sense why he's the way that he is, I guess is what I'm saying. And, like, it's hard to hate him because I think anybody that's subjected to that kind of bullshit would end up at least being severely tempted to be a bad person. Did I need to do anything for the Chicky Chicks today? They're looking good. Okay, fantastic. Since that's all sorted, I may not expand the house. What I may do is instead build something that generates capital. Like, I don't know, like a cow barn or something. Something a little bit nicer that makes me money. The house doesn't make me money. It does give me more storage space, and it does allow me to cook meals, which I think will be important at some point, but that point is not right now. I think what I need is just cold, hard cash at the moment. What's going on, weird little tree? You're in the wrong spot right now, buddy. As are you. Both of you do not belong there. I may fence around the trees too, just to make sure that if they drop any of their random seeds around, they can't grow because they don't have the 3 space coverage or whatever. Go to sleep for the night. We got better at farming, and so we got ourselves a loom. We've got better hoeing proficiency. We've got watering can proficiency. We've got quality retaining soil, which I'm sure is probably about as difficult to use as the other one. We only made about $2 grand today. Oh no, poor us. I only made $2 grand today. However shall I get by on the measly $2 grand that I made today? Oh good, we got a rain day. So that solves a bunch of problems too. Got a corn harvest coming through. Come by the shop and check out the new rods that I'm selling. They're the best money can buy, and you can customize them with different kinds of tackle. Hope to see you soon. Okay. What they're talking about there is defensive tackles, things of that nature. Fishing rods are big football fans. Our inventory appears to be full. But we have a corn harvest. Oh, we also have a maple syrup harvest to be handled. Okay. I can live with that. We got a silver quality corn. That'll do, I guess. I'd like to get a gold one, though. I'd very much like a gold corn. Let's take that, and we're going to go have a talk with Miss Thing over at the carpentry place and see if she's got any ideas for the way that we can make our farm a little bit nicer. A little bit more lucrative, too, while we're on the subject. Because I'm trying to get paid. Any gold corns? Oh, we got one gold corn right there. It's about as good as a gold blackberry, though, so... probably could have planned this a little bit better to end up with... Apparently I just picked a yam, I guess. I don't know. I guess I have a yam now. Pretty sweet stuff. I should probably open up an exit on one of these sides. That's going to get annoying for me, I can tell already. There we go. That will do it. Perfect. I gotta move the chest around too, but that involves quite a bit more work that I don't feel like doing right now, so rest assured I'll fix it at some point, but now is not the time for that fixing. Got a yam. I thought that was a big egg for a second. I was getting kind of excited. I was hoping we'd get a golden yam at some point. Unfortunately, we got burned. Got burned so hard. Get rid of that apple. We still haven't gotten a nice apple yet either. So we got 1,200. Let's go talk to the carpentress. I kind of wish that was out of the way, too. I don't really use the trash compactors anyways, so... Oop, I missed a corn. And actually, I think we might have trouble seeing that some of the tappers are done in here. Also, it looks like we're growing saplings, like... Everywhere we can possibly grow a sapling, we're growing a sapling. But that did get our harvest going pretty well for maple syrup, so we'll probably be able to get rid of some of that and make some money. I'll get some more tappers going too once I figure out what I need, but chances are we probably need some copper bars in order to get some basic building done. So I'm going to try that first before I go any further into our adventures here. One thing at a time. And there's always so many things to do in this game too, so it's easy to get like, not overwhelmed because it's a really, really relaxing game, but it's easy to get to the point where you're just like, oh, and you hyper focus on one thing. So farm buildings, what can we do over here? We could do another coop. 6,000. If we had more stone, we could do a barn, which would be pretty cool. We could have a stable and get a horse right there once we have 100 hardwood. We could do a big coop, and that unlocks ducks. I think I'll probably focus on the barn, though. Let's go down into the dungeon. We'll get some stone. That'll give us a nice opportunity to get after some more gold, too, while we're down there and expand out our watering system. But mostly we're just going to focus on stone down here. Mostly focusing on stone. It's weird how you can hear it raining on the mine. Must have a really, really thin, terrifying roof. Should be good enough. I don't think I'll have to fiddle too much. I'm going to focus on the big stones, though, because those are the ones that give you the big old rocky payouts. It might also be easier to do this on higher floors, more efficient for my energy anyways. Until I get a better pickaxe. Man, unsuccessful floor is unsuccessful, ain't it? Got a fire geode, though. Seen worse things happen. Look for the big stones. And so here, it looks like we got ourselves an emerald. Very, very cool stuff. I have no idea what that little onion-looking bastard looks like. He's wrapped up in a black condom or something. Got a black latex suit on. A little horrifying. Wasn't planning on doing the GIMP thing while I was down here today. He just tried to shoot me with a laser, little bastard. Oh, he heals himself, too. That's funsies. Wipe him out real quick. And then what is this? A fire quartz. I don't think we actually had access to... Ow, my ass! I've been lasered. I've been lasered and I don't know why. All I wanted to do was put on awesome masks and come down here and hang out with them, but I guess they're just going to be cruel to me. Be very, very cruel to me. I like the music down here. It makes me happy. I'm pretty pleased with like the entire soundtrack, though. The entire game has a pretty baller soundtrack by comparison to most indie games. You got two-shotted, son. Bruh, bring your game up to my level. Bring your game up. Probably just hit the fire bat till it falls over. There we go. Not a whole lot of stone to be had down here, though. Seems to be invading me. That looks like a jade entity right there. Jade, pretty historically valuable. Like, almost every culture valued jade back in the day. It's like one of those universally appreciated things. Knock those out of the way. We're looking for big, big stones right now, like this one right here. Give us that maximum stone output for the minimum amount of effort. People always say stuff like you should put in the maximum effort like in everything that you do, but I actually think I fundamentally disagree with that. I mean, it sounds good like on paper or on like a motivational poster, but really there are some tasks that are not worth putting 100% of your effort into. Like, just get them done as efficiently and rapidly as possible. Honestly, half the jobs I've ever had, they didn't want the job done that well. All they wanted was the job done quickly and cost effectively. Like, they were kind of on the fence about the job being done well. They're like, as long as it's done passably, we don't give a shit. We made it down another 5 floors, so we managed to turn this into an advancement opportunity as well, which is very, very cool. That's the thing they never teach you in college, is that, like, you don't get graded really on your work in, like, a work environment. They just want it done as fast as possible, on schedule for the least amount of money. And they want it to be the highest quality for the least amount of money, and so... if you can find shortcuts to get that done. That's why I always hated math classes that wouldn't let you use shortcuts. Engineering classes that wouldn't let you use like little mathematical shortcuts and stuff. Because once you actually start doing like real work, you're always going to be encouraged to use the shortcut. Like, I don't think I've ever met anybody in any technical field that doesn't use loads and loads and loads of shortcuts to get it done, because time is your principal resource right there, and you're trading it for money. I will sell you this many hours of my life for this amount of money and this quality level of work. 3 stones out of that one. We may not get to get the barn built today, but we'll definitely get it built tomorrow. I was hoping to get a few more fire geodes as well. May not happen, though. I do actually kind of sort of need the seed. Not like too desperately, but I do need it. Unfortunately, there's not a whole lot here that I can dump. Another emerald. Won't catch me turning down precious gems. Play a quick game of Stab a Slime. And then we'll focus on... How many stones have I picked up? 81? I don't remember how many I had. I needed 150, though, I think, for the barn upgrade. And now... we have legitimate issues. Oh, he's healing the bats. That's fun. There we go. Alright, so let's bounce the hell up out of here. We just got to make it back to the elevator. We've got very, very low health right now, which makes this all a tad precarious. Yeah, leave the mine before we get knocked out, because we can't afford to lose any of our items right now. It's only 5 o'clock. We didn't really make that much advancement, but we got the things that we needed to get in order to get the barn built, and I'm okay with having like cows and doing milking and things like that now that our farming is mostly automated anyways. I may put up some gemstones or something while we're, I don't know, like diamonds and emeralds and things of that nature to make my booth look better. What do y'all think? It's probably a good idea, right? Who could walk past a booth full of diamonds and emeralds and shit and be like, I thought you were a farmer, and be like, yeah, in between all the crazy gem stuff that I do. Did I also mention that I'm a lapidary / jeweler? We're balling down here at Figglesworth Farms, man. It goes out here. They're going to be trapped inside the barn today, so they're not going to be able to eat. So I got to come back and make sure that I feed them. But that's not a task for right now. That's a task for later. Methinks, now that I have those, I should be able to drop them off at a decent price point. I think that was the fire quartz was part of a collection that we hadn't completed yet either. The boiler room, we got the blacksmith's bundle, which is just a bar of each type, which actually isn't that difficult to supply. So we could probably bang out the minecarts pretty quickly. Yeah, it was part of that one right there, but I don't think I have any earth crystals. I gotta go back up to one of the higher levels to get the earth crystals out. Looks semi-okay down here. Kitty! Out of the way. That's a pretty rotund cat right there if it can block an entire door space and not let you escape. Let's continue to smelt gold because we are still in the market for further sprinklers. So I think another 4 to 6 bars would definitely be acceptable. I can let them out at this point, but... oh, never mind. They didn't eat it. Okay. Never mind then. Well, if they didn't eat it yet, I'm not going to concern myself. And we'll make a little bit more mayo because I know we haven't done the rounds lately, but we're about to reset our week so that people we can see around. Oh, that's not what I need to put in there unless we're making like super mayo. Ultra condensed, ultra thick, ultra juicy. Let's go turn in some of the... I'm going to forage along the way, but let's go turn in some of our lovely little goodies here. I think it'll be pretty fantastic. Oh, there's more plums too. Yay. I don't think we're going to need to eat the plum. I think we should be alright. I'm going to save them for nice little high energy snacks for later, but we're probably just going to sleep it off at the end of the day today. What we do need to do, though, is we need to drop off maple syrup, and we need to drop off the resin inside of here so that we've completed yet another collection. Hasn't really affected the building too much yet. I mean, it's unlocked new rooms, but it hasn't started to look nicer yet, so I don't know when we get to that part of the renovation process. Somebody had mentioned you can replace boards in here or something. I don't know. Meh. Which bundle was it that I needed to... the artisan bundle? No, it's not. I think it's the specialty... Oh, wow. That's a pretty tough one. That one will take some effort. That's one that I've definitely got to, like, plan for it before we go in. Got to fertilize and do all that stuff. I needed... Probably not it. Probably not it. Which one was the one that I... God, I'm... coming apart right now. I thought it was like a food bundle or something like that. Can't remember if it was the middle one or which one it was. Bulletin board, chef's bundle, fodder bundle. Fall crops bundle we're getting closer to. But we still got to get the pumpkin out. It's the last one that we need. I don't know why I'm having so much trouble finding this. Oh, it's exotic foraging. For some reason, I mentally was like, no, that can't be it. So that's done now. We do the winter foraging bundle and the construction bundle, and it'll fix a bridge to somewhere. We got Autumn's Bounty. That's really, really good. That's a pretty solid meal right there. The construction bundle, we mostly just need wood and stone and hardwood, so that should be easy to bang out at the end of the day too. It shouldn't be too bad. And once we complete a room, I assume it gets renovated or something, and then it contributes towards the quality of the overall building. But we put a lot of materials into this, like a lot of materials. I think I'll probably stop the episode right here while I walk back to my house. We're just going to sleep for the night. My name is Splattercat. Thank you for joining me here at the Nerd Castle for the next episode of this lovely little series on Stardew Valley. I find the game to be a lot of fun. I find it to be incredibly relaxing. I'm glad that you decided to spend some time with me here today checking it out. I will see you all in future episodes. We missed Jody's birthday. Ah, well, such is life. How you do?